Hello everyone, this is Code2J. Today we are going to learn how to install Apache Airflow use Docker. So what is Docker? Docker is a platform that uses OS level visualization to deliver software in a package which is isolated from its environment. With Docker, we can solve the problem of it works on my machine but not on yours. In a nutshell, using Docker, we can make sure when the coding project works in my development environment, it also works in a deployment environment, no matter what kinds of OS or hardware differences of the two environments, as long as Docker is running on both of them. Doesn't it sound great? Let's get started. Let's open VS Code. Create a project name on my desktop directory and open it. I'm going to name it Airflow_Docker. Let's open a terminal and check whether we are in the right directory or not by command pwd. As we can see, we are inside of our project directory. That's great. Then I'm going to open Apache Airflow's official website and look for the documentation. We click the Quick Start section. Instead of running Airflow locally, we are going to install it with Docker. So we click Running Airflow in Docker. Before we actually do the installation, we have to install Docker and docker-compose in our laptop. No worries, it's just as simple as you install any other software. If you are running with a Mac or a Windows laptop, what you need to install is just the Docker desktop application. You can find the download link in the description for both Windows and Mac OS. Once you've downloaded the file, just double-click and follow the installation steps. Okay, as I already have it installed, I'm going to launch the Docker desktop application. It might take less than a minute or more, depending on how powerful your laptop is. Once started, we can see the Docker icon on the menu bar. When clicked, it indicates the status of Docker. When you see the green text which says Docker desktop is running, we can go back to VS Code to check Docker and docker-compose versions by command docker --" version and docker-compose --" version. If you see the version output, it means you have a running Docker and docker-compose. Now we should have all the preparation work done. Let's go back to the Airflow documentation and download the official docker-compose.yaml file by copying the curl command and paste in the terminal, and then enter to execute it. Once successfully, we can see the docker-compose file has been downloaded in our project directory. Let's open the YAML file. We can see it defines many services and composes them in a proper way. By default, the YAML file defines Airflow with Celery executor. To make it simple, we are going to use local executor. Therefore, I'm going to change the core executor from Celery executor to local executor. And we don't need Celery result backend, Celery broke URL for local executor, so we delete them. Redis is necessary for Celery. We don't need it either, so delete its dependency and definition. And we also don't need Celery worker and flower. We are going to remove them. That's it. We saved the YAML file and are ready to go. I suggest you pay attention to these steps and watch back and forth to avoid missing any of them. You can also find a GitHub repository link in the description below by which you can get the final version of the YAML file. Okay, next step. We need to create folders for DAGs, logs, and plugins which are quite self-explanatory. Saving Airflow DAGs, logs, and customized plugins. Just copy the command, paste in the terminal, and execute it. We can see all the folders have been created successfully under our project directory. Echo the Airflow user ID and group ID to inf file is only necessary when you are using Linux OS. I'm using Mac OS, so I just skip this step. Next, we are going to initialize the database by the command docker-compose.yaml init. We can see that it is going to download all the necessary Docker images and set up an admin user with Airflow as the username and password. Once you can see the Airflow init is exited with code 0, it means the database initialization is complete. Next, which is the most exciting step, we are going to run the Airflow with command docker-compose -d, which means in detached mode, running containers in background. Let's check what containers are running by command docker-ps. We can see from the output that there's an Airflow web server, Airflow scheduler, and a Postgres database. Let's open the browser and input 0.0.0.0 8080 port to check our Airflow web server. In the meantime, we can also open Docker dashboard. Here we can also see all the running containers in our Airflow project. We type username and password Airflow to log in. Boom! We can see that Airflow is running properly in Docker. We can see all the example DAGs. Let's pick the first one and start it. When we click the refresh button, we can see the tasks have been scheduled and executed. In the end, the successful DAG and task run have been marked in dark green. That's awesome! Congratulations! You have got Airflow running successfully in Docker. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave it in the comments section. If you enjoyed this tutorial, consider subscribing, click thumbs up, or share it with your friends and colleagues. I will talk to you in the next one.